Hi all you gorgeous people. This video is going to be about the GAPS diet and how we can change our life and really heal. So first of all, I just want to say I love you all and I just really love you all, and I love this that I'm doing here and connecting with all you people, and I'm very sure that we all are children of God, and that we all belong together, and that we all connected, and that we're all here to learn to love ourselves and love the earth and love each other and heal and bring God's love. So anyway, I won't get into that too much because I want to talk about something very physical, and that's the GAPS diet. And I want to do some more about the GAPS diet, but this is just a start off. So if you're interested in, if you have some health problems, this might be something that will really help you dramatically. Because the thing is that Hippocrates said 2,500 years ago that all disease starts in the gut. And as I see it with my own life, I've realized I've never had a healthy gut ever. And the gut is simply the channel from our mouth into our anus. And that area is filled with bacteria, and that's simply to break down food and to give us energy. And it's just a complete, it's just an enormously important world, this place in us. And because we have not been taught anything about this, we just think it just works automatically. But because of so many factors in our lives today, many of us have very sick guts. And it is not something that you can correct quickly. It takes time. And because we're so uninformed, many people are actually very sick in their guts and have never heard about it, have no idea about it. And they believe, which is another belief that we've grown up with, that being a little bit sick all the time is really normal, and it's just being human, and it's just not true. So really, if you feel prepared to start this process, it just is a very good idea to start looking into this, that if you heal your gut, you heal your life. You heal many of your symptoms will go away. You will feel much better in your mind and in your heart. Just everything will change for the better. And as you know, I believe that diet is not everything, but diet is very much. So of course the gut is also everything is connected. So Ivy just got a shock on the fence. Okay. So yeah, the reason why I want to talk about the GAPS diet is that for my own journey, I've been experimenting many things, and I've ended on raw milk, and that's where I feel that's where I have to be. It just is the best for me. And I just have to check the fence. Yeah, and just move the camera so you can see Ivy in the background running around. Yeah, it's a long story, and many of you probably know all this. So, but many people have not heard about this. How important the healing the gut is, and as I can see it, the whole way that we have been treating ourselves for the last 100 years. With diets that are just not healing for us and not healthy for us. We have changed in the modern world. We have changed the whole world of our gut from when we were maybe 200 years ago. You don't have to go very far back, and we all had healthy guts. I was just going to say this about the emotional thing. You have to also look at your emotions, because when you're stressed and you feel sad, it affects your gut. So it goes both ways. So healing holistically, it's never just one thing. But sometimes we have to just sort of leave the emotional thing and focus on the diet. But just know that I believe that no diet will heal you completely. It's a mixture of healing your feelings and healing mainly your gut. So, and what I've learned is that we need healthy fats. We need food from animals who eat grass. That's just put very, very simply. And I myself have always loved butter, always loved fat. And when I ate meat with just traditional Danish food with gravy, I just loved the gravy. I could almost drink the gravy. And that's because the gravy is filled with minerals that are very easily absorbed and are very, very important for us. And the fat-soluble vitamins that are in the fats from animals that eat grass, and mainly the raw product, but also the cooked, the broths and the stews, they provide us with nutrients that man has always had in their bodies. And so the whole vegan thing I won't go into. I'll just say that I just don't believe it. Some people may be able to cope on a vegan diet, but I just believe, and what I've seen in my life, we need these animal foods, and at the moment we need them desperately because we are so sick in our guts. So, and the reason why I've catched this GAPS diet is that my husband has been trying it the last few months, and he's sort of done it intensively for some weeks, and then he's drifted away from it, and he he's a new man in 2 days. He's a completely different person, and he feels great. And so it is a very, very powerful healing tool. And raw milk is really more or less doing the same thing, because you're getting all the same things, only in a raw form, and it's from the cow, so it is a little bit different. And I just have the feeling the reason why I need raw milk is because I emotionally, I feel so battered emotionally, and like I'm sort of back to a baby state. So drinking the milk is like becoming a baby again. And I just need to feel like a baby. I don't know if this is true, but I just feel it. The raw milk is sweet, it's soothing, it's warming, it's comforting, and it just makes me feel really, really great. I haven't healed my gut completely, and I don't know if I ever will, but it just has changed my life so much for the better. So whether you're doing the raw milk diet or the GAPS diet, it's sort of a matter of feeling what your body tells you. But these are the two main healing journeys, I believe, for us humans today. And what you do on the GAPS diet, I'll just mention it briefly here, because I'm no expert. Well, I'll just get back to my husband, because when he started it, as soon as when my husband is eating grains, really healthy, good grains, and he has a breakfast of grains and eggs and fruit and maybe some yogurt in the morning, he's so tired and cold. And it's really, really nutritious, very, very healthy food. But he just feels unwell. And so I said this a while ago, how about trying the GAPS diet? Just cook a chicken and have some soup in the morning. And within 2 days, he was a different man. He was just energetic. He felt really clear in his mind, and he was just completely different and feeling really good. So, and then he was doing it for a few weeks, and he just felt so good, felt so energetic and really great. And then he drifted back to having some fruit in the morning, quite a bit of fruit, just our own apples. And also, he had some pasteurized milk in the morning. He had some yogurt, and he started getting really, really a lot of pain. He has this ischias in his legs and other sorts of pain in his body, and he was feeling unwell. And the day he stopped it and went back to the soup, all the pain left him in 24 hours. It's just so incredible. So I'll just start a new film. Okay, back to back to the first position. So what you do on the GAPS diet is that because the thing is, when your gut is really stressed and really not well, it's very holy, and lots of poisons are going into your blood and making you sick. And many of what we call healthy foods are actually feeding the bad bacteria and making you it keeps making you sick. So you remove nearly everything you eat, and you go back to having traditional food, which is meat, and mainly meat stock in the beginning. So meat stews that have been cooked for about an hour and a half with the bones and the meat, and vegetables. And it's non-starchy vegetables. And you start having a little bit of sauerkraut juice. So that's what you eat, and you eat it every day. Whenever you're hungry, you eat this. And for people who are very toxic, it can be too much for their body. So they become they detoxify very heavily. So it's too powerful for them. So what you can do is go on what they call the full GAPS diet, which is you avoid completely grains, and you also avoid sugars. So you avoid fruit in the beginning, and you just have all sorts of vegetables, and you can have nuts and other things. But you can look into this, and I will probably talk more about this, on how you can do it and how you can cook some of the food. Look into the GAPS diet. If you're not, you don't feel you should just have raw milk, because that's really the easiest, and I just love it. But if that's not right for you, the GAPS diet will definitely help you in many ways. So this was just a little intro to the GAPS diet, and take care, my friend, and I still love you. See you soon.